What's cracking, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. New video. So last night, the United States embarked on a very, very serious mission. I believe it was around 10 o'clock Pacific time when over 150 aircraft of the United States of America began to circle the airspace of Venezuela, as well as infiltrate their airspace. There were attack helicopters, fighter jets, bombers, and the president, the I don't want to say Maduro, was apprehended along with his wife, I believe, and probably all of his top people. The United States now is currently on the ground. For all intents and purposes, Venezuela is being ran by the United States of America for now. There are a lot of people that, instead of doing their homework, are going to be enraged. And I just encourage people to do their homework. Why Venezuela? Why not Mexico? The cartels are in Mexico. That's what people are going to be saying, right? However, Maduro was not recognized by over 50 countries across the globe. He was not recognized as the elected president of that nation. Maduro was intentionally sending the worst criminals that they had in their prisons and sending them off to come to America. And we have seen in some cities that there's a certain gang that comes from Venezuela that is trying to gain foothold here. There has been drug activity related to the policies of the policies of Maduro. A lot of people believe that the United States built up the oil industry in Venezuela. And once Maduro took over, he began shutting out American business owners. There's been alleged kidnappings. I'm just going to say alleged because. And there was actually, he was indicted, I believe it was in 2020. And nothing happened under the last administration. This administration has decided to take action. And I believe that the reason why, a big reason why, is because you had Russia and you had Iran emboldening Maduro, making him promises. Just be a thorn in America's side and we're going to back you up. We will find out in the long run if we made the decision at the right time, at the wrong time, or even if it was the right or the wrong decision. There's going to be people, politicians in this country that are going to use this as a means to try to settle a score, win political points. And if so, what a horrible act. It's been common practice in this country that when we have our servicemen and women in harm's way, we do not talk about how bad the decision was. We wait. We let the dust settle. Then we figure out, were we wrong? And if we were, who's at fault? But if we were right, nobody will get their praise until the history books are written. I don't know what's right or wrong. I know, if you guys, those of you that have seen the movie Scarface, Remember, Scarface, Tony Montana, and he was a bad guy that Cuba sent to America. And people say, well, that's not a real movie. But that's really what happened. And Maduro really was doing that. And there were a lot of alleged kidnappings for ransom. There was a lot of drug running. Now, we shouldn't have any of those problems. What is the ramification, or what are the ramifications of this act when it comes to Iran and Russia? I don't know. But the people of Iran have never had a problem with America. America has never had a problem with the people of Iran. It's the government in Iran that no matter what we do here in this nation, we're wrong. Russia, this may create a bump in the negotiations to cease the hostilities that are going on over there with Ukraine. They may extend things a little while longer, but I feel like Russia understands that that thing has to come to a close sooner or later. It's a waste of resources. It's a waste of blood. Thankfully, no Americans as of yet have been harmed or hurt. I'm interested to hear in the comment section what you guys think about what happened. And, you know, I know people are going to be so stuck on political stuff. And you know, it is what it is. But how do you feel about what happened? Were we right? Were we wrong? Should we have just continued to allow someone who was indicted 5 years ago and who was not recognized by over 50 countries across the globe as the elected leader of that nation? Should we have just left him there? I think maybe we should listen to what the people of Venezuela have to say. How do they feel? And where do we go from here? That's my video for today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Everybody, please be safe, be smart, and tell the ones you love that you love them. And by the way, if you liked this video, do me a favor and like the video. Share the video. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on all. This is serious, guys. Whenever the United States engages with anyone militarily, we never know what the outcome is going to be. Not on the battlefield. We're pretty much going to destroy anything that we come in contact with. But what is the fallout? I guess we just got to stay tuned, huh?